Hello there! Did you know the microwave ovens are really bad for your health and that they destroy the nutritional value of your foods and that they actually turn some foods into carcinogenics and that they destroy the energy of anything you put into it and also does a lot of harm to our bodies? If you didn't, then this video is definitely for you. And if you did, then also is for you because we're gonna go into a little depth of how this is so. So welcome back to Eating Sprouts. My name is Bliss van Amsterdam, and yes, today we're going to talk about microwave ovens and why they're so bad for our health, for our food, and for the energy all around us. And I know this is a video I should have perhaps done before, but I'm doing it now, so let's get into it. Basically, it all starts that these machines, they don't work with heat like we're supposed to cook here on planet Earth. We've always cooked with heat that came from fire, and now with the technology and the electricity, now we can see that electricity is turned into heat as well. Like for example, right here behind me, we can see that it doesn't work with fire, it works with electricity that is turned into heat, and eventually you can cook from that, just like a toaster oven, for example. And those are fine, because that is technology that works with heat that eventually cooks or warms up something. So that's fine. The problem is that these machines over here, they don't operate with heat, they operate with gamma rays, and that is the problem. These gamma rays, when they're working, meaning when you see the plate inside going around that is basically emitting gamma rays, those gamma rays create a radius of gamma rays that not only extend outside of the box itself, but actually can cross walls and go big distances that you can actually measure with an appropriate device and everything. Those gamma rays are proven to be very bad for our health, and basically this knowledge has decades being discovered, and it all started, as long as I know, in England, when someone that walked into a room that had gamma rays walked with a chocolate bar in his pocket, and when he came out, he noticed that the chocolate bar had melted in his pocket. And that kind of made people think and talk, and eventually he got to the Queen's ears, who ordered a detailed study of the effects of the microwave ovens. And the results were terrifying, and no wonder. They discovered that yes, just as it melts the chocolate in the guy's pocket, it also affects negatively the bones in our bodies, also the circulatory system, the digestive system, the respiratory system. It creates migraines and creates a whole bunch of problems in the body. The list goes on, and this has been done over 30 years ago. So this is absolutely nothing new. Throughout the years, more scientists from all over the world, from Asia, Japan, China, all parts of Europe, North America, and more, have been conducting more studies about the negative effects on the microwave oven on our bodies and our foods as well. And the problem is that they have discovered that microwave ovens kill the energy of the liquids or the water and actually turns it carcinogenic. For example, when you see some dairy product, cheese or milk or anything like that, all the water that is in those products from the milk basically turns it into carcinogenic. Same with the meats. The meats also have a blood component to them, and that is basically water, and that water also turns into a carcinogenic element. And then you have all the vegetables and the fruits, and pretty much everything else always has some component of water in them, and that water also turns into carcinogenic, meaning whatever food that you put in there that is rich in nutrition, in vitamins and enzymes and all these wonderful things that you want to absorb and you enjoy, this thing is going to kill it with these gamma rays. Furthermore, it's going to convert some of these elements that contain water, which is basically, I believe, everything, into carcinogenic. So you're not only you're eating something without nutrition, you're actually eating something without energy that turns into a carcinogenic element in your body. And of course we can fight disease, but this is a disease-causing machine that we have present in our homes, that the only reason we use it is for the convenience, because we think it's faster and convenient, but in reality it's not. In fact, that is the theory, but in the practice, when you actually put your food, your delicious food, even if it's cold, into a microwave and it comes out with a different taste, and you know it's true because it's the same for everybody. Anything you comes with a weird taste. and sometimes it changes their molecular structure. Like for example, when you take a toasted piece of bread that was left cold and now you want to warm it up again, you put it in the microwave, it will come all gooey and weird tasting. It tastes nasty, right? But if you toast it here and the rest of your food, it will all taste really good, because this is the natural way for us to heat or cook. This is just a weird thing that is actually affecting in a negative way everything that we put into it, okay? And also, for those of you who actually know and are familiar with quantum medicine, which is basically quantum frequencies of vibrations that are designed to heal something specific, that is basically pure energy, pure frequencies of energy, and they're extremely efficient. And everyone who knows them, who's tried the eye drops or the creams or the waters that you drink that raises your emotional vibration or that cures physical things like cancer or VDs or infections or any chronic disease that is known to mankind, those vibrations work really well, but they only die when they're affected by a microwave oven. And I'm not saying that you're going to put them inside the oven. I'm saying if they are in the same house while a microwave oven is working and emitting those gamma rays or that radio of gamma rays, that could and most likely will affect and probably kill the vibrations of the quantum medicine. And that is a fact. It's the only thing that destroys those vibrations, and the worst enemy of quantum medicine is this, because this kills the energy. And you can also prove it by the studies of a very famous doctor from Japan who was called Masaru Emoto. He died a few years back, but before he died, he did a wonderful discovery with his team, where they basically took waters from different places with different vibrations and they would freeze it, and from there they would see all the forms that they would create. So high vibrational waters that were exposed to high vibrational thoughts or words or feelings, or that came from wild natural places that were not affected by human emotions or problems, they all came with a high frequencies of vibration, and therefore they created these beautiful crystals that you can actually see in his study. It's really amazing. And those waters that came with, you know, for example, from tap water from the cities, or that were exposed to negative emotions, negative thoughts, negative words and things like that, they would also create figures, but that were not pretty. Actually, they were kind of ugly, and we can actually see the difference. It was quite amazing, and I recommend that you check him out, Masaru Emoto. Now, when they also decided to freeze the microwave water, you can actually see what was left there was nothing. It's scary. I'm telling you, not even the ugly forms of these waters would be as scary as the microwave. The microwave will really wipe everything out. There is nothing to create. When there was a low vibrational water, they can actually change it and affect it by giving positive thoughts, positive work, and the same water that was actually ugly would turn into these beautiful crystals, showing that we can actually affect the energy of the water. It was quite amazing. But microwave water, there was nothing. It was left. It's quite ugly, and you can see that it's actually scary to see what microwave does. So imagine for the people who warm their water for the coffee or for the baby bottle in microwave oven, look what they're doing there. And they probably don't know. And what's weird for me is that this knowledge has been around for decades. People know it. It's like talking about cigarette smoke. It's bad for you. It's very hard for me to believe that someone at this day and age doesn't know that cigarette smoke is bad for you. I cannot believe it. And it's hard for me to believe when people tell me, oh, I didn't know microwave ovens were bad. It's like, really, everybody knows that. So without judging anybody, and because of those people who actually came to me and said that they had never heard that microwave ovens were so bad, well, I'm making this video here, and I hope that you don't just believe me what I'm saying. I hope that you give me the benefit of the doubt, yes, but do your own research, please, because this video is just not enough. I would recommend go to any search engine, I don't know, Google, whatever you want, and Google something like, I don't know, negative effects of microwaves, and go from there. Just read, knock yourself out. Seriously, this is incredible what you're going to read there and discover. It's really bad. And also, if you're not sure about the cigarette smoke, it's the same thing. Just say Google negative effects of smoke in the lungs or something like that. And of course, I'm saying that there could be some benefits of some herbs that are smoked, but it's not the smoke that is beneficial. It's the other elements of that plant. The smoke would actually be the negative part of that treatment. And that is why, doesn't matter how many filters you put in front of that you're smoking, the smoke will always be bad. Just as doesn't matter how you put your food in this machine, it will always be bad for you. Of course, it's a lot worse if you put plastic containers and your food in them, because the plastics will also release toxins that goes into the food, and then you eat that. That is really horrible. But even if you use, say, glass, for example, glass is pretty safe in that regard, but you're still killing the nutritional value of your food. So why would you do that to yourself? And if you put like aluminum, then you absolutely have in the instructions of this machine never to put any metal, including aluminum, in it. It starts like sparks, and it could start a fire if you put like a knife, a metallic knife, or something in there. It's really bad. So consider that this is no joke what this machine can do, because it doesn't work with heat, it works with weird technology. And we're not going to start talking about conspiracy theories on how this began. I don't want to get there. I just want to talk about the facts. The facts are the people that have a bypass, for example, they're told not to be in front of a microwave oven. And pregnant women are also told not to be in front of microwave ovens. Microwave ovens, gamma rays radio has known to affect the fetus and create deformities in the fetus. Look it up. I'm telling you, this is really bad. So when a microwave oven is working, you absolutely don't want to be in front of it, because you're absorbing all that negative energy towards your body, okay? In fact, if you can leave the room where this microwave oven is being functioned, leave the room if you can, okay? And absolutely don't eat anything from microwave. I recommend at home to eliminate completely the microwave, and if it's detachable, then just throw it away. Destroy it and throw it away is the best thing that you can do. If you're in a kitchen like this one here that came already with everything and with the microwave, and of course I didn't do this, it just came like that, well, then no problem. Then you can always unplug it and make sure that nobody uses it, and just keep it there. As long as it's turned off, there's no harm. The problem is when it's turned on and you see that plate in the middle turning around, that's when gamma rays are emitted, and that's when all the problems begin. That's when the plants that are around the microwave ovens get affected. The animals also get affected. Everybody gets affected. So it's important that you don't let anybody warm your food in there. And if you have quantum vibrations, quantum medicine with you, anything, creams or eye drops or any other form of vibrations, absolutely, you don't want this in your house. Because even if the vials or the cream or whatever are not in the kitchen with the microwave, they cross walls. They can go across the wall and reach where they are and affect them, or probably even destroy them and kill the vibrations. Then they become useless. And that is the only time when the vibrations don't work, is when they have been killed. And this is the only machine that can kill it. But it's not just the vibration, it's the food, it's the energy, it's your health, the health of your family, the health of your friend, everybody you know. They need to know, and if they don't know, or if they didn't know, now you know, and you can tell them. And I invite you all to go online and do some research about the negative effects of microwaves. And this is common knowledge, like it is that the smoke is bad for your lungs. It's common knowledge. This is the 21st century, okay? We need to know that this is a fact, and we need to avoid this. And with that, I wanted to close this video today, and I hope this information was useful for you, and that you can share it with other people as well. If you like the video, of course, give me a like so I can know that you like the video. If you have any questions, feel free to write. I'll always respond whenever I can. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Subscribe now, because you're going to be getting more information like this about how to eat healthy, how to have a healthier lifestyle, and how to avoid bad habits when it comes to eating and living in a modern society. And with that, I want to close this video. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to share all this information with you. I hope you do your homework and research how bad this can be, especially if you didn't really know about it. My name is Bliss van Amsterdam, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!